Natural Supports. Who's in My Circle? Presented by the Ripen Self-Directed Supports Team at We Belong Here, Rhode Island's 2024 Statewide Self-Advocacy Conference.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sharon, and I'm from Ripen, and I'm going to turn the presentation over to Laura, and PJ and I are going to be talking in a little bit.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Natural Supports, Who's in My Circle, presented by the Ripen Self-Directed Support Team at the Advocates in Action Conference today on May 9th, 2024. I'm going to introduce you to our team. Everyone is going to say hi once I call them. First, we have a picture of Jane. And where's Jane?
Hi.
And this is me next, Laura. Hello. And then Sharon and her son, PJ.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
And then we have my coworker, Olga.
Hi, everyone.
And then we have Sue, who also is the leader of our team.
Good morning, everyone.
So we will be taking turns with this, sharing our presentation with you today. Now I'm going to turn it over to Jane, who's going to talk about the definitions we need to know today for our discussion.
Okay, so the slide says, what is a natural support? And the picture has some colorful polka dots behind it. So what are natural supports? Natural supports are usually someone in your family, friends, co-workers, or neighbors. The next slide. A natural support is a person who cheers you on in good times. Our slide shows pictures of someone, a big a happy emoji face in the middle, someone thumbs up, arms up, cheering and yelling for each other. Next slide. A natural support is a person who gets you through bad times. The picture in the slide show an emoji sad face, and then there's 3 different pictures of people showing support, hugging, listening, and maybe putting a hand on a shoulder. Next slide. People who are natural supports are in your life because they want to be. They like you for who you are. And the pictures are 3 different pictures of friends hanging out with each other, somebody at work, and some people all kind of like hugging each other. Next slide. A natural support is not your staff or other people paid who help you. They are important, but they are not natural supports. The slide shows a picture with an X of a dentist, a picture of a doctor with an X, and a staff person with an X, because they are not natural supports. Next slide. Okay, so quiz time. Who is a natural support? And the same picture with the polka dots. Next slide. This slide is a slide showing us the directions to our quiz. It has a picture of a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Our instructions. Tell us who is a natural support and who is not. You are going to have 5 different examples. Show us a thumbs up if you think they are a natural support. Yes. Show us a thumbs down if you think they are not a natural support. No. And now I'm going to turn the presentation over to PJ and Sharon, who will be running the quiz.
Okay, PJ, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, everybody on the screens, show me thumbs up or thumbs down. Quiz time. Is your coworker a natural support? What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Okay, next slide. Yes, your coworker is a natural support.
Yes.
You know why, PJ?
Yes.
They help you at work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Next slide. Is your cousin a natural support?
Thumbs up.
What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. What do we think?
Next slide. Is your cousin a natural support? Yes.
Yes, your cousin is a natural support.
Next slide.
Is your plan writer a natural support? Thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you
Thumbs
think?
down.
We say thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Okay, next slide. Your plan writer is not a natural support because they get paid to help you with your service plan. So they are not a natural support. Next slide. Is your neighbor a natural support? Thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you
Thumbs up.
think? Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Okay, next, let's see. Yes, your neighbor is a natural support.
Yeah.
Yes. What do you think a neighbor can help you do? What do your neighbors help you do, PJ? Does your neighbor walk you up to the corner store to get some milk?
Yeah.
Yes, they do. That's a great help. Thank you, neighbor. Last question. Is your Uber driver a natural support? Thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs down.
We say thumbs down. That's right. Uber drivers are not natural supports because they are strangers and we don't know who they may be. Good job, PJ. Thank you. Now we're going to turn the presentation over to Olga.
Hi, hello everybody. Now we're gonna be watching a video about Mr. Roger, who was an American television host. He was the creator of the television series called Mr. Rogers. Please enjoy the video.
Who in your life has been such a servant to you? Who has helped you love the good that grows within you? Let's just take 10 seconds to think of some of those people who have loved us and wanted what was best for us in life. Those who have encouraged us to become who we are tonight. Just 10 seconds of silence. I'll watch the time. No matter where they are, either here or in heaven, imagine how pleased those people must be to know that you thought of them right now.
Now I'm gonna pass it to my coworker, Laura, who's gonna be talking about who is in my circle. Laura?
All right, so now that we watched the video with Mr. Rogers asking us to think about people in our lives who have made a difference, we together are all going to talk about who's in my circle and who are your natural supports. Sometimes people say their natural supports are people in their circle. And this picture has me or whoever you're thinking of, so you, and the different types of people that could be natural supports, friends, family, neighbors, and co-workers.
Laura, do you think we can ask who people were thinking about with the Mr. Rogers video?
Oh, yeah. Yes, so let's talk about first, let me go back for a second. Does anyone want to share with us who they thought of when they watched the video that Mr. Rogers was asking us to think of people?
Gabe and Pablo, go ahead.
Yes, I think my coworkers are good natural support.
That's true, that sounds good. Who else?
And I think the transition class, Kim Ricard's class, has a question or a person they're thinking of.
My mom, because my mom helps me with my needs.
Anyone else? Another person in the classroom?
Go ahead, Joseph.
My mom.
Okay, any other people? How about your brother?
My mom, my dad, my sister,
Yeah.
even my
cousins Ryan and Katie, and my aunts and uncles.
Wow, that's a lot of support.
Oh,
Yeah, that's great.
And Laura, there's some people in the chat have written a few things. Do you want me
Oh,
to
that's
read them?
great. Yeah. If anyone feels better about writing in the chat, go ahead and we'll read it for you.
Awesome. So Nicole said, immediately thought of my mom and my husband. Sue said, me too, Nicole, my mom and my husband. And Michael said, I thought of my aunt, my mom, and my next door neighbor. Those are great, guys.
How about you, PJ? What did you think of?
Bocce and Pet Bear.
Bocce and Pet Bear, and they're his grandparents. Very good, PJ.
Examples, everyone. All right, we're gonna move on now. So we already kind of did this, so that was a good practice. We're gonna talk more about some questions relating to who are our natural supports. We have 4 questions about natural supports, and we want to hear what you think about them. So you can raise your hand through Zoom on the screen or write us your answers in the chat when you want us to read what you have to say. My coworkers Jane and Sharon and Olga will let me know when someone wants to talk because I can't see as well. This picture here is a woman with a speakerphone or a megaphone, I guess, with a big yellow triangle coming out of the megaphone that shows that she's letting her voice be extra loud and heard. So the first question is, what can these people, your natural supports, the people in your circle, do for you? And the picture is a man with a thumbs up, and he looks very happy for someone. Who wants to start out? What are the things your natural supports can help you with?
Gabe and Pablo?
Hi, my sister is a natural support to me. She helps me with money, if I need any money for anything. If I need assistance going places and a lot of things.
Those sound like good things that she helps you with, and money is important.
Yep.
PJ, do you want to answer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Take me to the movies and out to eat. They can help me with cooking and my laundry.
That's right.
Awesome, important life skills there.
There's something in the chat. Michael said, my mom and my aunt sometimes help me with chores. It takes more than one to help out. That's great, Michael.
Yeah, that's a good way of thinking about it.
Yeah, takes a village, right, for all of us?
And it looks like there's some hands raised. Again, in camera card. Are you a classroom? Okay.
This is, we're in PJ's class, and this is Joe.
Oh, nice.
Okay, Joe, you want to tell what you were gonna say?
My mom helps me get me my ID.
She helped you get your ID recently? Is that what you said? It's hard to hear.
State ID?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice, that's important.
Nice.
Yes, and that's a process, so that's great.
Laura, this is Sue Donovan. I wanted to share something. I was just thinking today even. I have a couple of fur babies, and my fur babies are a cat and a dog, and they keep me good company when I'm home alone. I enjoy their company and they hang out with me. And if I get up and go into a different room, they come with me. So I know they're not people, but when I'm at home, they keep me company, which keeps me happy, and it puts me in a good mood.
Pets can provide us a lot of comfort, and they can enrich our lives in so many different ways. They can do a lot for us. They can keep us happier. Yeah, that's a good example. I didn't think of that.
I actually love that, Sue. That's a natural emotional support, I think. I love that.
Okay, are we ready to move on to the next question? I think so. Just 3 more to go. Why do you need these people in your life? Why do you need natural supports? This is 2 people, and they have a yellow and pink shirt. It looks like they are eating or about to eat a nice meal, and one woman has their hand around the shoulder of the other woman. All right, so why do we need the people who can be natural supports for us?
Oh, Gabe and Pablo.
Hi, Gabe.
Hello, I'm a DSP, so I work with a lot of different people, just like I work with Gabe, and one thing that I definitely do know based on this field of work, sometimes there's not a lot of hours that are available for DSPs to work. So Gabe, like he mentioned earlier, depends on his sister, his mom, his family to help him out. And, when he wants to go out and there's restrictions because of funding or staffing. And outside of the field, I'm a father of two, soon to be three, and my wife gets overwhelmed. And if I'm working and she's at home and we live with her parents, my parent-in-laws, her mom is a great natural support that when she feels overwhelmed and needs an assistance, she can call her mom, who loves my children and helps and supports my wife.
Those are great examples, and thank you for sharing your own examples too.
Oh, PJ's got his hand raised. Are you ready?
I want to do things without my mom and dad. I want to be independent.
That's great, PJ. Laura, Michael in the chat, I love this. So Michael is a support to his family. He says, because I love my parents and I usually help them out whenever they need help taking out the trash and other chores like that. I am a good helper lots of times. So that's a really good point. We can be supports to other people as well. I love that.
That is really smart, thing to think about. We can be the natural supports that we want ourselves to have, but we can be that for other people too. All right, let's keep going.
I have one, Laura. I'm a mom of 3 adult children and roles have reversed. I used to be their natural support, still am sometimes, but now they support me a lot, especially in technology. So it's kind of cool to see how that can change.
When do we need more natural supports, or when do we need to make our circle bigger? And the picture is this really cool neon spirally circle that looks like it's getting bigger as the rings go outwards. Who has something to share about this?
PJ's voice.
Okay, go ahead, PJ voice, go ahead.
Some of my friends are at college and I don't get to see them every day like I did before. I want to make new friends with people my own age. I joined Best Buddies at Providence College and I met Ryan, Candy, and Claire. I get to hang out with them once a month and do fun activities and have a snack. We exchanged cell phone numbers so we can text over the summer. I will see them again in September. I like making new friends.
That's
Excellent
awesome.
PJ.
Good job.
I
Best
like
buddies.
that, PJ.
Yeah, Best Buddies was really fun.
So they transitioned, and so you had to kind of transition as well and make your circle bigger. That was awesome.
Sometimes there's parts of our lives where the friends we used to have, for some whatever reason, we don't get to see them as much, and maybe we need new friends. Well, not new friends, but make more friends than we had before.
We have something in the chat. Michael said, whenever I see new people and introduce myself, I've known a lot of friends who used to work at a day program before they shut down, and I miss that place. I used to see Gabe, Mark, Karen, and others. One day I'll see more new friends. I like that. So, Michael, you're saying your circle can get bigger just because meeting new people and if they become friends. I like that.
That's right. Thank you.
There's something else in the chat. Nicole says, thank you, PJ. That was a great example. Good job.
Thank you,
buddy.
Sharon. I'm sorry, I didn't see
That's
that.
okay, yep.
And actually, I have an example. So recently I started work at Ripen. So I made new friends and my natural supports have grown because I'm doing different things. I used to be a teacher, and so now I'm doing different things, and I need my coworkers, especially the technology piece. My friend Miss Laura helps me out a lot, and Sue and Sharon help me out with a lot of the questions that I have, and hopefully Olga joined on, and hopefully we help her now too. So definitely in the job, you get some new natural supports.
Definitely, we have, natural support in our team. I don't have no words to appreciate all the help that I get from you, ladies. I really do. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much.
I have an example too. It's not necessarily that I needed to make my natural support circle better, but it did get bigger. I'm getting married, and with that soon, and with that comes more family members and people that my future husband knows really close that become part of my circle. And it feels like I have an even bigger family than I did before, which is awesome. Like his mom, for example, is like a second mom to me now. And his nieces and nephews will become my nieces and nephews. So that I think is really cool way to make your circle bigger.
I have one more. Actually, PJ has become a support to us because he has helped us with multiple projects that we've had now and has really helped this team grow. So thanks, PJ.
Jane, that you just reminded me that our friends at Advocates in Action, they've helped Ripen a lot with different things, and Ripen has helped Advocates in Action a lot with different things. And it's really been great because we've been able to learn from each other. So we've kind of been natural supports to each other, two agencies.
Yeah, working together and collaborating, those are all really good things that you can learn to do with natural supports.
That's a great point.
We kind of already talked about this a lot, but we're going to continue. Where do people in my circle come from? And in the picture is a circle with a neighborhood. It shows about 3 houses and a nice lawn with a little bit of flowers planted in a garden in front. So where can you find people that can be new natural supports, or in the past, where have you found people?
I go to the senior center. I mean, that's how I meet people that way.
Nice, so you've been
That's
meeting
great.
people at the senior center? That's awesome.
I met people in my years in school. I met a lot of people that were nice to me. In my sports as well, I used to do unified volleyball and basketball. That's how I met my friends now.
Special Olympics, playing, painting, Planet Fitness.
Oh, yeah, you go to the, you know people at the gym?
Yeah.
Those are
And then-
activities that you like to do, right? Sometimes that's how we find natural supports, is we find common interests.
And then in the chat, Michael said, people in my circle come from houses, schools, the art shop, the Y, and other places. And I know a lot of them. So again, like Sharon was saying, things that we like to do and we meet people there, they can become our natural supports. That's great. Gabe?
Yes, I have a lot of natural supports at my church I go to.
That's a great one, Gabe.
Yes, in Special Olympics too.
Awesome. Special Olympics, church are great places because we go there regularly, right? We get to know people and then they become our natural supports. That's fantastic.
Sue also said in the chat that I can see it now. The East Providence Senior and Recreation Center have several natural supports available, and that our libraries all over the state have special interest groups. So libraries often have events on their calendars where you can find things you like to do. beyond just books and movies and all that, they have pretty much anything you could think of based on an interest, depending on how you look. And you get to meet new people who have similar hobbies to you and like the same things by going to these events. Also, Colby meets people at church as well.
Thanks for noticing those. I missed them, Laura. And I don't know if every library has it, but a lot of libraries have a big bulletin board that organizations and different groups will put flyers up there. So I always used to love to tell my transition students, look at that big board in the library for different things that are going on in the community that you might like to participate.
Same with if you like going to a certain coffee shop, there might be different things you can find there too. They might have music classes that they're advertising, or certain bands you could join. Sometimes I've seen all kinds of fun stuff like that. Maybe an art show coming up. We're gonna move on. I think this was the last question, so I want to give space if anyone else wants to add to this one, and then we're gonna wrap up soon. So do you have questions for us, the presenters of this workshop?
So I don't have a question for Ripon, but I actually have a question for Gabe because he's a DSP, right? I'm sorry, Pablo, you're the direct support professional, right?
I'm sorry, I was talking with Gabe, I wasn't paying attention.
That you were doing your job. That's okay. So I actually have a question for you.
Okay.
Do direct support professionals, like, do you have like a community of practice, or are you able to connect with other people doing the same job that you do and like kind of network and share ideas or anything like that? Or is that something you'd be interested in, or?
So I'm actually the community navigator for Refocus, the agency that came from.
Okay.
And I'm actually in charge of the COP, so the community practice reps. We have 1 to 2 representatives from each program being any residential, assisted living, supported living. And we meet once a month to discuss how we can contribute more community integration for our agency. And we actually recently met, and we all kind of planned together to have a picnic for our agency at our day programs. We have like a garden, so
Oh,
we made
nice.
a picnic, bring your own lunch kind of picnic, and provide drinks. And some of the COPs are going to lead in conversation with asking people, what are some places you've gone to that you'd like to go to again? What are some new places you want to try? And then kind of take those suggestions and recommendations from the individuals we serve and try to implement them in our own programs. So that's kind of like
Excellent.
what I do.
Do you interact at all with your self-directed partners at Refocus?
Sometimes we have some self-directed partners in like individuals that go to the day program, so they get to come in and share also their experiences with, which tends to be a little bit more broader since they have more access to the community being self-directed. But I mostly work more with like the residential programs, because the goal of my position is try to get them more out in the community, since they have less opportunities, unfortunately, just because of the structure of,
Sure. Thank you. That was super helpful.
no problem.
We're lucky that we had you to talk about that because of your experience. So I'm gonna go through the other slides, and then if we have extra time, we can have more chats, just so we can get to those first. As we said earlier, but just as a reminder, we were presenting through the Ripon Self-Directed Support Program, where we provide a lot of material and information for people who do self-direct. And we have webinars almost every month. And the one before our last one, we had in partnership with Advocates in Action. And this was about why people chose self-direction. And it has some of our friends from ANA, like Keith and Michael, Kathy and Kelly and Andrew. And so we're putting this on the screen so that you can use the QR code if you want to bring it up. and watch on your own. And
Aim your camera at this box to watch the video on YouTube.
also, I think we'll probably have this at some point for other people to watch, but it's on Ripen's YouTube page. And
Laura, can I give a shout out to the transition folks in the room? That's a great one for people who are in transition and thinking, you know, exiting in the next couple of years. So it's a great webinar to even as a teacher to show or, you know, send it home so families can also see it. Thanks.
I see everyone getting excited in the classroom, so that was awesome. It's great to have you here. So the website that says stay in touch and check us out, there's a picture of the globe and another QR code if you want to take a picture to see our website. And the website is ripin, RIPIN.org/self-directed support. And that's where you can also see our other webinars and the one that we showed you just a minute ago. And if you like social media, you can follow us on Facebook at ripin.org, RIPIN.org. We're also on Twitter, Instagram at Ripin_RI. You can always check us out that way. We would like to thank you all for being here and talking with us. It was really great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us at today's session. Visit our conference website to download the slides for this presentation and view other workshop recordings at www.advocatesinAction.org/2024SACONF. Produced by Advocates in Action Rhode Island, 2024. Remember, nothing about us without us.